The following vlog is entirely satirical. You should not take any of it seriously. You should take it all with a grain of salt because it's all in a joking manner. Any opinions that I have expressed may or may not actually be anything close resembling to my opinions. There may be some truth, there may be a bunch of lies. So take the truth and the crazy with a grain of salt. Basically, add no pepper to this mixture, whatever, and only have salt. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Good evening, my fellow pancakes. It's Friday, and today is a very important day. Last night I watched the Republican primary debate for the presidential nomination in 2016. I was very disappointed. Not one candidate talked about the real issues that matter to the American people. On the Democratic side, it's no better. People are talking about issues like income inequality, like the right to choose. On the Republican side, they're talking about being pro-life or a strong national defense. None of these are issues that really matter to the American public, and that's why I'm declaring my candidacy for President of the United States of America. Now, I'm running for both the Republican and Democratic nominations. Like Donald Trump, I want to hedge my bets, and like Jeb Bush, I believe that I should have no competition and that I should be coordinated president. And if I have won both the Republican and Democratic nominations, there will be no general election, and thus I can just waltz my way into the Oval Office. Last night at the presidential primary debate, the Republicans often talked about their resumes. The governors talked about the economic records of their states. This is all nonsense. The American people don't want to hear about the past. They want to hear about the future, and that's what my administration will provide. A future presidential administration focused on futuristic things. Now, many people are talking about Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. How do we keep the promises that our government has made to the American public? I have one answer to that. But in the true form of a politician, I'm not going to give that answer until much later in my speech, even though it is the center point of everything that I want to say. Instead, I'm going to tell you about all of our problems, and then I will give you my singular answer to it, which is, of course, the substance of my platform. Other problems that we face in this country are an exceptional national deficit. A national debt that tops trillions of trillions of trillions of trillions of trillions. I don't know how many trillions that is, as I can't count, but trillions of dollars, lots of dollars. So many dollars I have to wonder when they stop being dollars and start becoming pounds sterling. The sequester has hurt military spending, and it has hurt spending on all sorts of other essential government programs, like creating decent websites for healthcare.gov. We also have politicians spouting their mouths off about things they don't understand. Of course, that's something that I support, because I am pretty sure I'm not telling you everything that's true. Education spending is also in shatters in this country. After all, when you have students graduating with tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, it surely has nothing to do with their decisions and everything to do with the fact that our government is not spending trillions of dollars. Wait, we are spending trillions of dollars. Why do they still have all that debt? Something is wrong here. I say we can fix all those problems with a very simple solution. People have often talked about how America's defense budget needs increasing. I'm sick of that. I'm an optimist, not a pessimist. A pessimist believes we need defense, an optimist believes that we need offense. I believe in playing offense. I believe in taking the initiative, and I believe in going hard or going home. That is why the centerpiece of my campaign to solve every last one of America's problems comes down to one very, very simple policy. Annex the Russian Federation. That's right, we annex Russia, our former rival in the Cold War. You see, I want to do something that not Kennedy did, not Reagan, and certainly not Jimmy Carter. None of these presidents had the guts to take Russia on in Russia. None of these presidents had the smarts to defeat Russia in the only realm of international diplomacy that truly matters, making them the 51st state of the United States of America and Asia and Europe. You may be wondering, how does annexing the Russian Federation do anything to solve our problems? The answer is it does everything to solve our problems. Follow my reasoning. After we defeat Vladimir Putin in a game of Connect 4, he will have gambled away the keys to the Kremlin. When the United States flag flies over the Kremlin, we will have control over all of Russia's foreign policy, not to mention its massive nuclear arsenal. With that in mind, we can finally get Russia to let go of the Crimea. The Ukraine crisis has just been solved. In addition, Russia has been threatening Europe. Europe was already America's friend. If you add the two together, and now Europe's biggest threat has been removed, I think the Europeans are going to be pretty grateful. And so I'm pretty sure the European Union is going to accept our offer of becoming a protectorate of the United States of America, which it's kind of already been for the past several decades, and they will then tribute a third of each nation's tax revenue to the United States. This will let us do a lot of things with all that tax money. Now, if we have a third of the tax revenue of Europe, imagine what we can do. We can pay for free national health care for all Americans. We can give free money to anyone who asks, and there will be for innovation because, of course, I'm also running for the Republican nomination. I can't go full socialist, so sorry, Dems. We're going to have a multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar, if we can manage it, and I think we can manage it, of a small business fund. That's right, you can take as much money out as you want to start a small business. And if you can't pay it back, that's just the cost of doing business in America. It's okay. You take as many millions of dollars as you want out of that fund, and you go start your business. You start the next Microsoft, and then we can get true innovation and jobs flowing into this country again. And then we can focus on what really matters in domestic policy, investing every last dime we can into cloning Steve Jobs. If we can do that, then we can create innovation like the world's never seen. We thought Apple was innovative. We thought Apple was ethical. Well, we thought they were ethical, and then it turns out they went to China. So my fellow Americans, that's my platform. Annex Russia, and only good things will come from it. We will finally be able to expand opportunity and the safety net to every American. Inclusivity, opportunity, and global conquest is my order of business day one when I step into the Oval Office. I will make sure Congress does their jobs of supporting everything that I want to do. And don't worry, lobbyists. Who needs lobbyists when you have Donald Trump? Pancakes, vote for me. For a whole new world. With a brand new attitude, but you've still got to catch them all. Pokémon. Pancakes.